This channel is proudly sponsored by the Red Room. Please check out the link to their store in the description and in the pinned comment below for exclusive tabletop RPG products you will find nowhere else. Thank you. Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Riftbreakers. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this MMORPG style solo/cooperative/traditional tabletop RPG, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue with combat nuances. When you roll 5 or below while performing an attack, it is considered a critical hit. The attack hits automatically regardless of any conditions and circumstances, and its damage is doubled. A roll of 96 or above when attacking is considered a critical failure or fumble. If wielding a weapon, you must roll on the weapon fumble table to learn what happens. If the fumble is caused by an ability that doesn't use weapons, your turn ends immediately and you are unable to defend from attacks until your next turn due to the confusion. If you fumble while attempting to defend or dodge an enemy's attack, all damage received is doubled. When it comes to fumble results, you have things such as a random item falls from your bags. If fragile, it breaks. Or, if it is able to do so, your attack hits your closest ally to the intended target. If not, you strike yourself. Then we have details on healing and death. Aside from the use of abilities, items, and potions, all characters recover health through rest. Unaided by any magic or gear, a character recovers 3 health after each full day or 24 hours of complete rest under proper sanitary conditions. The character will not heal that day if the rest is disrupted. A successful medicine check removes the bleeding condition. A bandage is necessary for this though. If another character performs a successful medicine check every day, the recovering character heals at twice their normal rate, 6 health for most characters. Concerning death, when a monster or non-player character reaches 0 health, they are dead. When a player character reaches 0 or less health, they have half their constitution value in rounds to be brought back up to at least 1 health, or they will die. Once dead, they are automatically resurrected back in Kar Helos, but without their gear. The gear will be waiting for them with their corpse. They also lose 1d4 points from a random attribute permanently. You also have information on conditions. There are a number of status effects or conditions that can affect a character. Conditions with ongoing effects such as bleeding or poison disappear once the combat is over, unless they were applied out of combat, in which case they will last until a vitality check is passed, causing damage per each failed check. So you have things such as bleeding. A bleeding character loses an amount of health determined by the effect's intensity until the condition is removed. This is a cumulative condition. Then you have blind. A blinded character has -40 to all checks. Then you have concealed. Attacking a concealed target requires a successful perception check. And there are many others such as charmed, cursed, frightened, freezing, poisoned, sleep, and so forth. Then we have details on fatigue. Fatigue represents exhaustion, exposure, hunger, injuries, and other physical factors which gradually wear a character down. If a character goes for too long without sleep or food, or undergoes strenuous physical activity without resting, they are going to start accruing fatigue. Each level of fatigue adds to the effects of the preceding levels, piling up in a way that can become quite harmful very quickly. Each time a character suffering from fatigue gets a proper meal or night's sleep, their fatigue level is decreased by 1. The effects include speed halved, -20 to brawn, coordination and vitality checks, -20 to all checks, and so forth. The effects become worse as more levels of fatigue are accumulated. Then we have details on timers. It is often necessary to keep track of specific events during a gameplay session, such as the rising tide inside a partially sunken temple, or the arrival of reinforcements. They can be events completely unrelated to the player characters, or something that directly affects them. When it becomes necessary to keep track of any event, you must set up a timer. Timers have 5 different values, each represented by a different die in the die chain. You have D12, D10, D8, D6, and D4. The higher the starting value of the timer, the longer it will take to reach its conclusion. When you must check a timer, something that is either specified by the game master or the circumstances, or even decided by yourself, you must roll the die value currently assigned to it. On a roll of 1 to 2, the timer drops down in value. For example, if a timer is initially set at D8 and must be checked, roll D8 each time you must check it. If 1 or 2 is rolled, the new value for the timed event is D6. If 1 or 2 is rolled on a D4 valued event, the conclusion is reached. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about GM-less rules and tools. I really like how all of the nuances and complexities of combat have a lot to do with what you would experience in an MMORPG. Especially when it comes to you searching for your corpse after you have been killed. Now you need to recover your gear, your loot, going back to that original place where you got killed. And you will probably have to deal with the enemy that killed you or the hazard. So it's quite intense, very exciting. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, master roleplay and you will master the game. Once again, thank you and see you later.